Okay, in this exercise, we're supposed to use both nodal and mesh analysis to write equations from which I can determine this current, capital I1. I'll do nodal analysis first. I can pick an arbitrary node as my reference node. This 9-volt battery means that this side of the battery is not an independent node from this side. They're related by a specific voltage. I can pick arbitrarily one side or the other to be an independent node. I'll call this V sub A. Then this voltage here will be V sub A plus 9 volts. And there is one other independent node over here, which I will call V sub B. So I need to write two equations into unknowns for VA and VB. Then I can use those to write an equation for I1. So KCL at A. I'm going to assume that currents are leaving the node. The fact that this node is dependent upon this one means I can create a supernode around this battery. So the current through the 6 ohm resistor is going to be V sub A plus 9 volts minus V sub B over 6 ohms. The current through the 12 ohm resistor is just going to be V sub A minus V sub B over 12 ohms. And the current through the 4 ohm resistor, this way being positive, is V sub A minus the reference voltage, which is 0 volts over 4 ohms. I also have 6 amps coming in from this current source. Currents entering the node will be negative according to my sign convention, so this becomes a minus 6 amps. That all sums to 0. KCL at B. At this node, I'm going to assume that currents are also positive leaving. So I have 18 amps entering the terminal. That will be a negative contribution to KCL. So I have minus 18 amps plus this current through the 6 ohm resistor is going to be V sub B minus this voltage, which is V sub A plus 9 volts divided by 6 ohms. Plus this current through the 4 ohm resistor is V sub B minus 0 volts over 4 ohms. Plus the current through the 12 ohm resistor, which is going to be V sub B minus V sub A over 12 ohms. That sums to 0. Now I can solve these equations for V sub A and V sub B. I need an equation for I1. From those, I1 is positive this direction, which implies this polarity across the 12 ohm resistor. So I1 is equal to the assumed higher voltage, V sub B, minus the assumed negative voltage, which is V sub A, over 12 ohms. Now we have 3 equations and 3 unknowns that we can solve for I1.